Hey everyone, I'm Trevor, and today we are at the San Diego Zoo to give you our top 10 tips for visiting the San Diego Zoo this summer. So let's get going. Tip number one is to arrive early at the San Diego Zoo. They do have free parking here, and so if you arrive early, park opens at 9. It's about 9:15 at the moment, and there's still plenty of parking all the way around here. They have a lower lot down there as well, and it extends way far down. But a little bit later on today, most of this parking will be filled up. If you try to come on like a holiday, it may be so full that they have extra lots open up. They'll have a shuttle running to take you to and from those extra lots. Sometimes you may just have to park down at Balboa Park and walk up here. But the best thing for you to do is going to be just to arrive early, and you'll avoid all parking hassles. Tip number two, grab a map as soon as you step into the zoo. They have them right here at this booth. Our kids grab them because they love maps. But open that map up and show me the map. The San Diego Zoo is huge, absolutely massive, very easy to get turned around in here, even for us. And we've come dozens of times, especially right through this area. There's tons of pathways where you can get turned around. Not so much over here. It's just one straight path through a lot of these things. But definitely this area, you're going to need a map for sure. Tip number three is to take the bus tour. This is available right here at the park entrance as well. The bus tour is free. They do have this sign out here for you, guided bus tour included with admission or membership. So it is completely free for you to do that tour. And I bring that to your attention because the bus tour entrance is right next to this tours and membership booth where you can purchase tickets for tours and things. And so it might be a little confusing, like, oh, for the bus tour I have to pay. No, it's completely included. The bus tour is right over there. It's that double-decker bus. You're gonna get on that either side, the bottom or the top. They're gonna take you around the zoo. It is a 45-minute bus tour that gives you an overview of the entire zoo. You'll be able to see most of the animals from that, and it's guided, so they tell you about the animals the whole way. Because it's free, I just highly recommend it, especially if it's your first time visit here to the San Diego Zoo. Awesome ride to do. You don't want to miss it. Tip number four is to check out the San Diego Zoo's newest areas. Wildlife Explorers Basecamp, which is directly ahead of me, is the reimagined children's area, but it's not just for children. Definitely want to check that out. And then also to the right is Komodo Kingdom in this building here, and the hummingbird habitat in that building there. Before we continue on with our tips, we're actually going to explore the Wildlife Explorers Basecamp a little bit for you, show you what's all here. Our kids are climbing on that giant toad. We're gonna go into the Spineless Marvels building. And when you first come inside, it looks amazing in here. They have a bunch of insects in this building that you can take a look at, and all of these different exhibits. And up here we have the Malaysian bush cricket. Look how big that guy is. The room goes on to yet even more exhibits. They have some interactive tables over here off to the left, and a glass window that if they're having to do any demonstrations on the other side, you can witness whatever they're preparing as well. Once you leave Spineless Marvels, we come over here to the other building that way, which is Cool Critters. Now they have an upstairs and a downstairs portion to both of these buildings. You can head down these stairs to go straight into the Spineless Marvels lower section, or you can continue along the top, go through Cool Critters, and then we can hit the bottom later, which is what we're gonna do. And Cool Critters is home to lizards, snakes, and that sort of thing, but they also have interactive things. Right, what you're looking at there is a microscope of some snake skin, I think. And here's one of those snakes, the Woma. Inside this Wildlife Explorers Basecamp is an awesome area to escape the heat. So when you're here in the summertime and it's really hot, make sure that you plan to bring a change of clothes for your children, because they have some water features over there. These circles can shoot water pretty high. They've got a running creek through here that the kids love to play on. I've seen them pull out boats and let kids run boats down those rivers and things. So the kids are definitely going to want to come over here and cool off. You will as well, because it can get hot, and it's just a joy to stick your foot in the water or something like that to cool down. Tip number 6 is to take full advantage of the free public transportation within the zoo. They have 3 different methods for that. We have the Skyfari, which is located behind me. This takes you from one side of the zoo to the other overhead. It's awesome. You need to do it. It's free. And then they also have a kangaroo bus, which takes you around the entire zoo to different spots throughout the zoo. Kind of like the guided bus tour, but without the guided part. It just drops you off and takes you around. The person driving doesn't narrate anything. And then they also have the elevator in the center of the park that will take you from the lower portion to the higher portion. And it is a great way to avoid some of the hills throughout the park, taking advantage of the transportation offered here inside the zoo. And we just took that Skyfari and it brought us to the other side of the zoo. If we go that direction, we're going towards Elephant Odyssey. Or if we go this direction, we can go towards Polar Bear Plunge. 2 major exhibits are available right here at the drop-off for the Skyfari. Tip number 7 is to take a look at what the different food places here at the zoo offer and know what you want to eat before you set out on your journey. Each of the food locations here at the San Diego Zoo have a wide variety of foods available, and none of them really overlap at all. So if you only eat burgers, you're going to want to plan to go to Sydney's Grill. If you only like Mexican food or maybe Chinese food, you need to plan accordingly for where you're going to go and then route your path around the zoo to roughly spill you out of those locations around meal times. Otherwise, you'll be doing a lot of backtracking. And so taking a look at that map, remember tip number 2, taking a look at the map and planning a route through the zoo is highly recommended, especially when it comes to meal times. Wow, that polar bear is up real close, laying down and having a snooze at the moment, but very rare you get to see the polar bear that close. He's usually further back in his exhibit. Tip number 8 is actually to bring your own food. It's something that you can do here at the San Diego Zoo. Oftentimes we pack food for the kids, but you can also bring your own lunch, have a picnic of it here at the zoo as a way to save some funds whenever you're coming to the zoo. I know it's expensive. When you're on vacation, you're visiting places, you're looking for ways to save a dime here or there. Bring your own food. We didn't do it today. We had actually planned on not eating food here. Our plan was to come from 9 to 11 and leave before lunch, go home for lunch. But we haven't been here in a while, so we've spent a lot more time looking at things than we planned. And that's another thing that you want to keep in mind. The zoo is very large. You could easily spend the whole day here, no problem. Tip number 9 is to come see the cute baby Andean bears on the bear trail. There's 2 of them. Aren't they cute? You absolutely have to come check out the baby bears. Additionally, be on the lookout for more baby animals. They have a baby takin in the Asian Passage, and we just learned there's also some baby leopard cubs, more leopard cubs in the Africa Rocks area. So we're actually going there right now, see if we can find them for you guys. Bonus tip, be sure to come to Africa Rocks to see the backside of water. O2H. Considering the crowd of people that are gathered over here, I have to assume that the babies are over this way, but we can't see them. It's like the best we're gonna get, I think, is a picture of some little cubs here on the sign. A lot of coming to the San Diego Zoo is all about timing, and I can't really tell you when the timing is. I just mean that, we went to go see those leopards and they weren't there. And if we'd have come, maybe an hour earlier, an hour later, possibly they would be. The thing is, they keep their dens open so they can come and go as they please. They don't force the animals out into the open if they don't want to be. But one of the workers, one of the volunteers there said that if the cubs were out, they would be jumping and leaping and playing with one another, and it's very, very cute. And we wanted to see it, but we weren't really willing to just stand there for, possibly an hour to wait for that to happen. We couldn't come to the zoo without seeing James's favorite animals, the giraffe. And look, the one on the right is having a drink.
Watch this. Look, James, look how tall he is.
Tip number 10 is to visit the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. If you enjoyed the San Diego Zoo and you want a different experience, consider going to the other park. It's located about 45 minutes away in Escondido, so it's not really close here, but it is affiliated with the same Zoo Wildlife Alliance. And I love the safari park. It is fantastic. Just like the bus tour here, they have the Africa tram there, which is kind of like your own mini safari, if you will, and it's a free 25-minute ride. Also, the San Diego Zoo Safari Park is the only place outside of Australia where you can see the platypus. We have a unique animal there, and I absolutely love the safari park. It is amazing. Totally different experience from the zoo. So don't think that if I've been to the zoo, oh, I don't need to go to the safari park. Totally different feel and experience over there. Highly recommend. If you're looking for something else to do while you're here at the San Diego Zoo, though, you can check out Balboa Park, which is a very easy walk from the zoo. Leave your car or wherever parked here at the zoo. Just walk over to Balboa Park. They've got a lot of cool historical architecture, buildings, things like that going on over there. There's usually street performers, street food, lots of things to check out. Very beautiful and scenic if you are coming here on a beautiful, gorgeous day like today with clear blue skies. But if you are thinking about going to the San Diego Zoo Safari Park, go ahead and click this video. It will highlight the differences between the zoo and the safari park and help you make up your mind whether you want to go to one or the other if you only have the choice to go for one. Thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button for more Southern California videos, and we will see you again next time.